What's going on, peeps? It's Wrath here, hanging out today playing some Idle Heroes. I want to thank you guys so much for coming to hang out with me today. If you liked the video, don't forget, smash that thumbs up button to show your support. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe as well. Alright guys, today we're doing some of our hero analysis. These are all going to get done in one day. So it'll be 6 analysis done in one day. By the end, my voice is probably be raspy and dead. But this is the first one, so I feel pretty good. Alright, so we got a lot of these to do. I'm not going to upload them all at once, of course. I'll sprinkle them out over the next week or so. But the first one we're going to do here is going to be Vesa. Because she was the first one I made, and I'm kind of just going to go in order here of like priests, then mage, and assassin. Mainly for tech reasons. I don't have maxed assassins tech, so I do assassins last. I can cut tech from like mage or something and put it into my assassin, something like that, so that I have a better representation of what a maxed hero looks like. That's just kind of my game plan. So first up, we've got the Vesa. All right, stats looking all right. Well, she doesn't really need an introduction. Everybody knows Vesa, but for the sake of consistency, we're gonna do it. All right. So first up, the active skill, Sky Collapse, deals 272% of her attack as damage against 4 random enemies, and heals all allies for 120% of attack as HP for 6 rounds. Super long heal, which is great. Really solid damage on that skill as well, which is fantastic. First passive here, the Queen's Amnesty. This is like a passive buff kind of thing. Increased attack by 30%, HP by 25%, and crit by 35%. As you guys know, any hero that has a passive crit can be built into a crit-based hero, where they crit pretty much every attack. That's kind of their game plan. Okay, next passive here. Each attack heals you for 120% of your attack as HP for 3 rounds, and grants you plus 30% attack for 3 rounds. That's really powerful. It's gonna boost her attack, which boosts her heals. So she actually kind of like buffs herself up and heals more because of it. Really powerful combination there. Last passive here, the elegy, is that what it is? I don't use this word ever. I guess it's elegy. Elegy? Whatever. There's something in confusion, and I am thoroughly confused, so it's obviously doing its job. While below 50% health, has a 100% chance to silence for 1 round all enemies, and increases own crit damage by 60% for 6 rounds. This is pretty powerful. If you do knock her below half health and she gets an attack off and it crits, it's going to hit really hard. So that works really well in PvP if she gets an attack in. A lot of the time she gets kind of crowd controlled now, but still, all it takes is 1 time of her not being silenced or something like that when she's below half health, and she can drop some nasty numbers, really nasty numbers. All right, so next up we'll go into the gearing. As for like the basic gear, you know, the weapon, the chest, that's whatever you have. It doesn't really matter. Obviously, the higher tier, the better. But we're mainly going to focus on stones and artifacts because that's kind of the best way to go. I'm not going to get super specific on which artifact you need to take, but I'm going to give you guidelines on what to kind of look for in an artifact for her, because not everybody has the same artifacts. You know, not everyone's going to have that Punisher, Staff of the Immortal Doom Smasher thing. So you have to make do with what you got, right? So first up, the stone. There's a couple of stones that people usually run for a Vesa. One is an attack stone, which is what I'm running right now. It's attack percentage and base attack. This is more for a healing Vesa. It's going to do a lot more heals. It's much more, it's better for like self-sustain in the Aspen dungeon. It's going to keep her alive a little better than crit. Crit's more offensive. It's more to deal real big damage, really fast, big bursts, but she doesn't heal as much with her regular basic attacks and stuff. So it's not quite as good for self-sustain in the Aspen, in my opinion. Attack's a little bit safer. So those are your 2 options. Attack is what I would run if you only have 1 Vesa, if she is your main Aspen hero. That's what I would go with. If you have multiple Vesas, or maybe you've got an Ormus that's back up as heal, you can obviously run her with double crit percent, and crit damage, and that's going to boost her damage quite high, because obviously crit is pretty nasty. Not much to say there. Artifacts. There's a few different artifact schemes you can go for. The main things you want to look for a Vesa, attack and crit are fantastic for a Vesa that's built either offensively, or if you're going with attack, attack's going to boost her heals. That's great. However, if you want to go in the Aspen dungeon for a PvE-oriented Vesa, a reduced damage artifact is a really big bonus. So something like the Oak Heart, really strong. It's going to give her a lot of HP, and the reduced damage keeps her from dying really fast. And that's really important, especially when you get like difficult 50 plus. Some of those assassin nodes, if they stun you 1 round, it doesn't matter if you have a lot of attack. They will kill you before you get to attack again. So having that reduced damage helps you stay alive a little bit longer, and can help boost you up to like nightmare mode. I personally didn't make it to nightmare this aspen. This aspen this season because I suck. I'm not very good at it. I made it to like, was it difficult 87 or something with her. Either way, she's one of the heroes that can get you past difficult 50 and into nightmare. I didn't make it, but people have. I know it's a thing, so it's there. So those are the artifacts I would recommend. In honesty, almost every hero in the game can benefit from a reduced damage artifact. There's not many out there. It's like, yeah, that's not going to be good on her. Very few. So I would say any artifact that boosts attack will be great for your heals. Any artifact that boosts crit or crit damage is great for more offensive power, like in PvP. Anything with like reduced damage is really good for the Aspen. All right. So that's kind of the gearing guide. Where does she work? Where does she not work? The thing about Vesa is she works everywhere. There is not one single place in the game Vesa does not do well. You need her in boss fights to keep your team alive. It's very handy. In the Aspen dungeon, she is probably going to be your main Aspen hero. There's others obviously can make it to Nightmare as well. She's not the only one. But if you have a 10-star Vesa, she's likely your main Aspen hero. So she's fantastic in the Aspen dungeon. She's great for the Brave Trial because obviously in the Brave Trial, you're talking about a massive wave of enemies. You got to go through 15 separate waves. Having your team topped off after every round with her heals, really important. It's really hard at the end of the season to max it out because everybody's rocking full 10-star teams and stuff. It's a little hard to beat those. But either way, it's still going to get you a lot farther than someone with no heal. Trust me, I've run a team with no healer last season. It makes the Brave Trial a freaking nightmare. Okay, it's horrible. But anyways, fantastic there. Arena, she used to be a little stronger in the arena. I'm not saying she's bad. She's still very good there. But everyone right now focuses crowd control, that's because it's almost OP. If someone can't attack or they can't use their skill, you have a very big advantage as the person who can. So crowd control is kind of the main thing right now. Any hero that gets crowd controlled sucks in the arena because it can't do anything. But if she does get attacks off in the arena, her crit can be incredibly huge. It can one-shot people, seen it happen. And also, it's going to boost your team survivability by healing you. So still a solid hero if you have a really fast crowd control unit to back her up, like Demon Hunter. Jara's not that fast. Valentino's really quick. I've seen a lot of people use Valentino as a primary crowd control with speed because he's got a really high base speed, Dark Arthidol. Things like that, really, really fast heroes, if you have those to get your crowd control out first, she works really well in the arena, because as long as she can do attacks, she's going to hit pretty heavy, and she's going to keep your team alive. Two really powerful combinations. That's pretty much everything. And Tower of Oblivion, of course. Generally in Tower of Oblivion, things that work well in PvP work well in the tower. How far did I make it this season? 464. Those Gurkies, it's retarded. All right, it's not even funny how they just butt smash my whole team. I've gotten mildly close a couple of times, but I don't think I've got this one in me. I might try for another push at the end. It's crazy. So she does work really well literally everywhere in the game. That's what I'm trying to say. There's no spot where Vesa's like, yeah, she's not a good hero for this. She's always going to be at least good. And in a lot of cases, she's very good. Okay? I don't have any Marauders to fight because, obviously, at the end of the season, there's never Marauders to fight. So if I'm running a battle against some Broken Spaces bosses, now, I don't know how effective this will be for, like, actual numbers, because if you guys don't know, the Marauders have way less armor and attack, at least early on. I haven't fought a lot of the Kamaths or the ODO ones. I know they do hit pretty freaking hard. But when it comes to like the event raid bosses, I feel like they hit pretty hard. They don't take as much damage. So it's not like 100% this is how bad or good they are. Anything you do against an event raid boss like a level 3 or 400, you'll do more to the Marauders. You'll probably do more to guild bosses. That's just usually how it works for me. Broken Spaces, jump in here. Maybe that's not always true. If you have, I don't know. We'll see. What do I got to deal with here? Oh, I got double 200s. Oh, they reset today. Well, that makes this really good. That means that we're going to hit some crazy numbers probably, because the 200s are really easy to beat. I'm glad I didn't go and smash through all these yet. We'll just go ahead and buy 10 of these. I'll use them in future videos as well for the other analysis. We'll jump in here. I don't think anything... I think these guys might actually have crowd control for the front line. Whatevs. We'll drop a battle here. Do I want to run like an aura? Now we're not going to worry about it. Okay, so the thing here to keep in mind is All right, it's not all about Vesa. There's heroes that contribute to boss damage. In this case, I've got a Heart Watcher. Heart Watcher, obviously very strong, very good, boosts your damage. It's great. Sigmund, same way. I made a 10-star Sigmund, by the way. He's level 100. I didn't have anything to level him up with, so he's just kind of hanging out. But he strips armor. Any hero that strips armor, I'm going to move him right here, actually. That's fantastic. It's going to boost the damage of your entire team. So the numbers you see here isn't just what Vesa can do. It's because she is boosted by other heroes, but in general, if you're doing a boss battle, you want to carry those heroes along with you because they do boost your damage. That's kind of the idea. So we're going to jump in here, run this battle, and we're going to see what our Vesa can outdo. Now, keep in mind, my Vesa's not built for damage. She's built as an attack Vesa, which means she has high heals. That's kind of her game plan. All right, she's going to heal my team, keep them alive. That's her goal. I don't know how much I actually haven't really watched a lot of these. Usually I just skip them. Like near the end of the season, you just kind of like next. I'm really kind of curious to see what she actually does. You know what I'm saying? There we go. Totally missed that. The game like lagged. Didn't even see her damage. Did she do 0 damage? That would suck. That would suck one. I'm curious. I just want to see. I want it to be great and amazing. It's coming up. It's going to happen. 1.5 mil. That wasn't a bad number. I don't know what the bottom one is. I only seen the top guy. But that's not a bad hit. 1.5 mil when she's not built for crit damage. That's not bad. I'm okay with that. Usually don't see those kind of damages in PvP, of course, because you're not stacking debuffs like with Heart Watcher and Sigmund. That's a 2.6. What? Sometimes you do. I've seen people that run Sigmund and Heart Watcher in PvP. People talk trash on it. It's not really a terrible idea as long as you have really fast crowd control units to back them up. And that's the main thing is who's your fastest crowd control. That's what decides PvP most of the time. That's not bad. That wasn't even a crit in his 1.7 mil. So we're getting close to the end here. Gonna see what we get. I'll run another one, but I'll just skip through it just so you can kind of see 72 million damage. That's not bad. That's not a bad number. It's not the best. People hit way higher than that when they have like full-on teams built for this. Vesa, oh my god, you hit the top. I didn't see that coming. 17, almost 18 million damage. Again, this is the very first wave of bosses. They're the easiest with the least amount of armor. I've got Heart Watcher boosting your damage and Sigmund boosting your damage. But as you can see, 17.8 million, that's nothing to raise your nose at. That's solid damage. And it's not just that. She also, well, she didn't have to heal much because no one really took a lot of damage. 347,000. Everybody calm down. No, but she definitely puts out, I've seen her put, is it over 20 mil at 10 star? It could be. It depends on how much damage you obviously receive. If you're not taking a lot of damage, obviously you can't heal much. But yeah, she heals very well. Really solid healer. But not only does she heal, she also puts out a mean amount of damage. So we're going to run this one more time. How much damage did I do to them? They're almost half dead. It's fantastic. I love it. So we're going to go ahead and do this. We'll smash it for one. Using the same team in the same order. Like so. It's pretty much the same order. Doesn't really matter about the back line. They don't get hit. We'll smash this one time and see what we get. Oh, crap. When you smash it, you don't actually... Stupid. You gotta actually run the battle wrath. Dumb. 33%. Can I get... I probably can get one more battle out of it. I'm so stupid. I'm sorry. Smash. That's a good idea. Not. All right, here we go. Maybe. There we go. All right. Like so, defeated, 66 million, so a little bit less than that first hit. Check out the stats. She dropped out 12 million. So she does fluctuate, of course. Depends on how many times she crits and things like that. With mine not being built as a critical Vesa, she's not going to crit as often as others will. But still, dropping 12 million damage, it's nothing to laugh at. That's a pretty solid amount of damage. I don't know if she actually... Did she kill them this time? Is that why her... Well, even if she did. No, they're still alive, I think. Probably, maybe. Let's see. 1%, yes. They're very close to dead. But either way, not bad. That's with two bosses, of course. Single bosses, she won't hit quite as hard because she can't hit two targets at once. Her damage does kind of get halved on her special skill. So either way, though, really, really solid. I can try to run a PvP battle. I'm just going to tell you guys, my team is not built for PvP. I'm not the best at it. I never am. I don't like building meta teams, like the Demon Hunter, the Ice Blink, all that stuff. It annoys me, kind of. So I don't really do it, and everyone up here is like, we will smash your face. ODO1 is an absolute no-no if you run Vesa. 10-star Demon Hunter, if they run it right, you don't want to fight those if you don't have one that's faster or has an energy artifact. You'll get wrecked. Double Vesa? Oh my gosh. Ugh. There's no aura there. It makes me tempted to try it, but I'm assuming this guy is going to butt smash me in a very bad way. Double Vesas? Oh, it's going to be hard to tackle. We'll try it. I mean, we're probably going to lose this one for absolutely sure, so it's, I don't know, is it the best test? Probably not. I do have 2 Faith Blades for my PvP team. I'm running an aura here. I could run Scary in it. I don't know if I do better with him or without him. But given the aura, it does help quite a bit, and you know, I gotta do what I gotta do, because my team, not the best. Not the best at all. So we'll jump in here and see how fast I can lose, because I probably will. Like I said, I don't gear my teams toward being like PvP gods. It's not my thing. See what we can get going. Alright. Everyone is dying! Oh my gosh. Oh, Faithblade died way too fast. That's not good. That's really not good. Got the Cruise to half health, stuns the team. That's not good either. Well, we might do this. We did it! Ha ha ha! Suck it! Flame Strike for the win. There's a lot of Vesas in that battle, at least. You know, there's 3 Vesas you got to see do stuff. Like I said, look at that. Faithblade is kind of your monster for me. Flame Strike came through and saved my butt. She does that a lot. Vesa didn't get a whole bunch of damage out. 2 million for mine. 1.7 for that one. That one only got 135,000 damage out. So it kind of got butt wrecked in a really bad way. But yeah, that's kind of how it goes. I can't believe I wanted it. I got really lucky that dude didn't stun my Flame Strike. But hey, I'll take it if I can get it, right? So as you can see, Faithblade's a monster in PvP. Actually, my Vesa outdamaged mine, which is really surprising. He died pretty quick, but whatevs. So there you go. There's a Vesa in PvP. Actually, there's 3 Vesas in that PvP, but we won, and that's what's important. We win. But that's Vesa's analysis. Like I said, to recap, fantastic hero all around. You can't go wrong building one. She's fantastic. In fact, a lot of the most elite teams, like, you know, Merc and stuff, their main priority in the seasonal is to get a Vesa as soon as possible, because she really will boost your entire season. Being able to go high in the Aspen dungeon, huge, especially if you can get that early on. Those massive, 200 waves of Aspen out of the way, smashing out. That's tons of resources you can get. She's great in the arena. She's fantastic pretty much everywhere. Vesa is a very solid hero. If you're going to do a seasonal and you want to do well, I would say probably start your season hunting for Vesa. You don't always get them, but if you do, it's going to make your season a breeze. So there you go, guys. That is the Vesa analysis. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you liked the video, please make sure, smash that thumbs up button to show your support. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe as well, because that definitely helps me out. And tell your friends about it, because that helps me out too. And I will see you guys in the next one.